Today, you're going to discover the secrets why Japanese people are consistently more productive than almost anyone else on the planet. They're not superhuman. They don't have special powers or work endless hours until they collapse. What they have are specific mental frameworks, cultural systems, and daily habits that make extraordinary productivity feel completely natural. And you can apply these exact same principles to your own life starting right now. Let's be real for a moment. Most of us wake up with big plans. We tell ourselves, today is the day I'm going to crush everything on my list. Today, I'm going to be laser focused and productive. But then reality hits. We check our phone for just 1 second, and suddenly 20 minutes vanish into thin air. We sit down to work, but then remember we need to reply to a message. We open our laptop to study, but our mind starts wandering to 100 different places. We end up with 10 browser tabs open, 5 different tasks half finished, and by the end of the day we've actually completed maybe 2 things if we're lucky. Meanwhile in Japan, people are finishing complex projects with perfect precision, right on schedule, every single time. Their trains run like clockwork. Their products are legendary for quality. Even their streets are spotlessly clean. So what's happening here? What do they know that the rest of us don't? Let's break down the foundation of Japanese productivity, and once you understand these principles, you'll never look at work the same way again. In Japan, time isn't just time. Time is respect. Time is honor. Time is a direct reflection of your character. Think about someone in your life who's always late. Maybe 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. How does that make you feel? Probably frustrated, maybe a little disrespected. In Japan, being late doesn't just frustrate people, it genuinely hurts them. Because when you show up late, you're sending a clear message. You're saying my time is more valuable than yours. Japanese children learn this from day one. If class begins at 8 o'clock a.m., students arrive at 7:50 a.m. Always early, always prepared, always ready. This cultural standard creates an environment where wasting time becomes nearly impossible. Every minute holds real value. Every second actually matters. Here's another fundamental difference. In many Western cultures, success is measured individually. You got the highest grade. You won the award. You achieved the goal. But in Japan, success is collective. It's about how well the entire group performs together. There's a Japanese word for this, which means harmony and group unity. Being part of a team demonstrates this perfectly. If you don't practice hard, you're not just letting yourself down. You're letting down every single teammate counting on you. That social pressure to contribute becomes incredibly powerful. In Japanese workplaces, this same principle drives everything. Nobody wants to be the weak link holding back the team. Nobody wants to be the person causing problems for others. So everyone naturally elevates their effort. When every person feels that responsibility, productivity doesn't just increase, it explodes. There's also a profound Japanese concept called shokunin. It translates to master craftsman, but it means far more than just being skilled at something. Whether someone is engineering advanced technology, teaching children, or sweeping streets, they approach their work with complete dedication and pride. A street sweeper in Japan doesn't think I'm just cleaning up trash. They think I'm maintaining the beauty of my community. I'm serving society. I'm mastering my craft. Every task, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is treated like meaningful art. When you approach work with that level of care and intention, everything transforms. The quality of your output skyrockets. Your attention to detail sharpens dramatically. Your results become exceptional. Japanese culture is built on powerful rituals and systems. Every morning in many Japanese companies, employees gather for group exercises. They bow to each other. They recite company values together. In schools, students bow before class begins. They clean their own classrooms daily. These aren't empty traditions. They're carefully designed systems that build automatic discipline. And here's why this matters tremendously. Most people rely entirely on motivation to get things done. But motivation is wildly unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you feel inspired. Other days you feel completely drained. The Japanese don't wait around for motivation to strike. They build habits and rituals so deeply ingrained that productivity happens automatically, regardless of how they feel in the moment. Their discipline isn't something they force. It's simply woven into who they are. Now let's break down the 4 specific methods that Japanese culture uses to achieve extraordinary productivity. These aren't vague ideas. These are concrete frameworks you can implement immediately. Method number 1 is Kaizen, which means continuous improvement. Here's where most people mess up with productivity. They try to change everything at once. They declare starting Monday I'm waking up at 5 o'clock a.m., exercising for 2 hours, working 12 hours straight, and eating perfectly healthy. The result? By Wednesday they're exhausted and right back where they started. Kaizen completely flips this approach. Instead of massive dramatic changes, you focus on tiny improvements. So small they feel almost effortless. Want to read more books? Don't commit to reading 1 hour per day. Start with just 1 page. Literally 1 single page. That's so easy you can't possibly fail. But here's where the magic happens. 1 page becomes 2 pages. 2 pages become 5 pages. Before long you're naturally reading 30 minutes every day without even thinking about it. Toyota revolutionized the entire automotive industry using Kaizen. They didn't redesign everything overnight. Instead, they asked every factory worker a simple question. What small thing can we improve right now, today? A worker might notice that moving a tool 2 inches closer can save 3 seconds per car. 3 seconds sounds meaningless. But multiply that tiny improvement across thousands of cars, and suddenly you've saved millions of dollars and countless hours. Small improvements, applied consistently over time, create absolutely massive results. That's the raw power of Kaizen. Method number 2 is Ikigai, your reason for being. Let me tell you about Okinawa, a small island in southern Japan. This place has more centenarians, people living past 100 years old, than almost anywhere on Earth. Scientists and researchers flocked to Okinawa trying to unlock the secret. Was it a special diet? Unique exercise routines? Superior genetics? What they discovered was surprising. The answer was Ikigai. Ikigai means your reason for waking up in the morning. Your purpose. Your why. In Okinawa, an 80-year-old fisherman rises before dawn every single day. Not because anyone forces him. Not because he needs the money. But because fishing brings him pure joy and deep meaning. It's his Ikigai. A 95-year-old woman still tends her garden every morning, pulling weeds, watering flowers, nurturing life. Why? Because her garden is her purpose. It makes her feel alive and connected to something greater. Here's the truth that changes everything. When you have a powerful reason behind what you're doing, it doesn't feel like hard work anymore. It feels like living your purpose. Think about your own life right now. Why do you study? Why do you work? Is it just because you have to? Or is there something deeper driving you forward? Maybe you study because you want to create a better future for your family. Maybe you work because you want to build something meaningful that actually matters. Maybe you practice your craft because it brings genuine fulfillment to your soul. That's Ikigai. And when you discover it, truly discover it, productivity stops being this constant battle you fight every day. It becomes as natural as breathing. Method number 3 is Shokunin, the relentless obsession with mastery. There's a sushi restaurant in Tokyo. It's incredibly small, just 10 seats total. It's located in a subway station, where thousands of people walk past without even noticing. But this tiny humble restaurant holds 3 Michelin stars, the absolute highest honor in the culinary world. People wait months, sometimes years, just for the chance to eat there. The chef is Jiro Ono. He's now over 90 years old, and has spent more than 75 years perfecting the art of sushi. He still works every single day. Here's what absolutely blows people's minds. When someone wants to apprentice under Jiro, to learn from this legendary master, they begin their training with a surprising task. For the entire first year, they don't touch fish. They don't prepare rice. They don't interact with customers at all. What do? They learn the perfect technique for wringing out a towel. Yes, a simple kitchen towel. Because Jiro believes deeply that if you cannot master something as basic as squeezing a towel with flawless precision and proper form, you're absolutely not ready to handle fish. That costs hundreds of dollars per piece. This is Shokunin, the dedication to mastering your craft at the deepest possible level. Most of us want instant results. We want to become amazing at something after a few weeks, or maybe a couple months of practice. But true mastery, Genuine world-class expertise requires years of patient, consistent, intentional practice. And here's the beautiful part. When you commit fully to mastery, when you dedicate yourself to becoming exceptional at your craft, every single day becomes deeply meaningful. You're not just going through the motions or doing busy work. You're building something extraordinary, piece by piece, day by day. Method number 4 is treating time as sacred. A teacher walks into a Japanese classroom exactly 1 minute late, just 60 seconds past the scheduled start time. What happens next? The students don't complain. They don't pull out their phones. They stand up in complete silence and wait. Not as punishment for the teacher, but as a collective reminder. Time is precious. Time is sacred. Time belongs to everyone equally. In Japanese companies, when a meeting is scheduled for 9 o'clock a.m., it begins at precisely 9 o'clock a.m. Not 9:02, not 9:05. Exactly on time. If you arrive even 2 minutes late, you're expected to bow and formally apologize to everyone in the room. Why such strict standards? Because your lateness has stolen time from every person waiting for you. Now compare this to how most of us actually treat time. We say I'll start working at 8 o'clock a.m. but we actually begin at 8:20. We take a quick 5-minute break that somehow turns into 45 minutes of scrolling. We treat time like it's unlimited and infinite, but it's not. Here's a perspective shift that can completely transform your entire life. Treating your time exactly like money changes everything. You wouldn't carelessly throw away $20 for absolutely no reason. So why do we thoughtlessly throw away 20 minutes? When you begin respecting time with the same intensity that Japanese culture does, everything transforms. Procrastination disappears. Focus sharpens dramatically. Distractions lose their power over you. Productivity stops being something you struggle with and becomes completely automatic. So here's what we've uncovered today. Japanese people aren't more productive because they're somehow superhuman or because they grind longer hours than everyone else. They're productive because they've deliberately built systems, deeply ingrained habits, and powerful cultural beliefs that make exceptional productivity feel completely natural and effortless. They practice Kaizen, making tiny improvements every single day. They follow Ikigai, connecting their work to deep purpose and meaning. They embrace Shokunin, pursuing absolute mastery of their craft. And they respect time as if it's the most valuable resource in the entire world. And here's the truly exciting part. You can start applying these exact same principles to your own life right now, today, this very moment. You don't need to move to Japan. You don't need to overhaul your entire existence overnight. Just choose one small thing. Maybe it's improving just 1% at something today. Maybe it's discovering or reconnecting with your Ikigai. Maybe it's simply starting to respect your own time more deeply. Small steps. Consistent daily action. That's exactly how real transformation happens. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this valuable and learned something that could genuinely change your approach to productivity, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you never miss future content, and turn on notifications because we're going to keep exploring powerful ideas together. Now, I'm curious. What's one Japanese productivity principle you're going to implement starting today? Drop your answer in the comments below. I genuinely read every single one. See you in the next video. Now go out there and make today absolutely count.